Many people who start reading research papers don't always know where to focus or what to look for beyond the obvious sections like the introduction or conclusion. It's not just about reading each part, it's about reading with purpose and asking the right questions that help you understand the paper deeply. For example, in the introduction, don't just look for background information. Ask yourself, what gap in knowledge is this study trying to fill? What assumptions are the authors making about the topic? Is the research question clearly stated and meaningful? When reading the literature review, ask yourself what previous studies are being referenced and why. Is the author showing agreement with past research or trying to challenge it? Do they identify any gaps or contradictions in the existing literature? Are they using recent and relevant sources, or outdated ones? How does their study build on or differ from the studies they cite? In the methodology, go deeper than the surface. Why did the authors choose this method? Was the sample size appropriate for the question? Are there any possible sources of bias in how the data was collected? In the results, it's not only about what they found, but, are the results statistically significant? Are they showing raw data or only summaries? Did they report any unexpected findings? In the discussion, try to notice, do the authors link their findings back to the original hypothesis? Are they honest about limitations or trying to overstate the importance? Do they suggest how the research can be applied or what still needs to be explored? Many people read papers passively. But real understanding comes when you engage critically and actively. You don't have to be an expert, you just need to ask good questions. That's why in today's video, I'll be showing you some AI tools that can help make this process easier, from summarizing key points to helping you understand methods and results in simpler terms. You can use previously mentioned questions for reading research papers. This is the first tool, ChatPDF. Make sure to sign in before using it, because that allows you to save your chat history and revisit previous conversations anytime. First, download the PDF of your research paper onto your laptop or computer, then upload it to ChatPDF. Here, I've uploaded a sample PDF. Right away, the tool generates a short summary that highlights the study's goals, findings, and research gaps. It also suggests some useful questions you can ask. You can click on any of these, or type your own questions. For example, I asked about the gaps in the study, and ChatPDF responded by explaining what previous studies had found, such as the role of socioeconomic factors in HIV transmission. It also discussed what those earlier studies missed, and how this current research addresses those gaps. If you're interested in the literature review, you can ask questions like, what previous studies are being referenced and why? The tool will then provide a list of cited studies along with a short explanation of their findings and relevance, helping you understand how the authors built their argument. My next question was about the methodology, specifically, why did the authors choose this method? ChatPDF responded with the name of the research design and the reason it was selected. A really helpful feature is the scroll to page option. If you want to read that part of the paper directly, just click the button. It will scroll to the exact page and highlight the section that contains the answer. This saves a lot of time, so you don't feel overwhelmed trying to read the entire article. You can focus only on the parts you really need. You can also export your chat to save your notes or even turn it into a PowerPoint presentation. If you want to study, there's a flashcard feature too. ChatPDF creates flashcards based on the article, covering key questions like the importance of the topic, research methodology, major findings, important concepts, and instruments used. You can even quiz yourself using these flashcards by answering the questions. Overall, ChatPDF is an excellent tool for reading research papers, taking notes, and studying more effectively. This is the second tool, Scholarcy. You can use this tool to read and summarize up to 3 articles per day. The process is simple, just upload the PDF of the research article. Once uploaded, you'll see an Enhanced option. Choose the setting that fits your needs. I selected the Researcher option. If you look closely, it provides important details like the publication date, journal name, and author names. On the side panel, you'll notice an outline summarizing different sections of the article. For example, when I clicked on Analysis Approach, it described in detail how the article handled data analysis, including the tools and instruments used. Each section is summarized under clear headings. And the language is simplified so that anyone can easily understand the concepts. When I clicked on the methodology, it explained the methodology used, the process followed, the framework applied, and the sample design. You can also click on the Dig Deeper option to ask specific questions. I asked about the gaps and contradictions in the existing literature, and it listed several, such as the lack of a systematic approach to screening prospective candidates, among others, all explained in simple terms. Next, I asked a question about statistically significant results. The tool responded that no such information was found, possibly because the research paper I used is based on algorithms and did not apply statistical methods. Then I asked, what assumptions are the authors making about the topic? And it gave a well-explained answer, outlining what the authors believe about the topic, the field, the gaps, and what actions could be taken to address those gaps. Below all of this, you'll also find the article's original text. It's divided under helpful headings like Introduction, Objectives, Literature Review, and Gaps, all directly pulled from the article. If you go to the References section, you'll see each cited research paper listed. There's an option called Show Findings, which gives a brief summary of any reference you click on. This feature can help you discover and understand related articles easily. Overall, I believe Scholarcy is a great tool for reading research articles in detail. It helps with understanding, note-taking, and even locating additional resources. Plus, you can export the summarized content for future reference. The last tool is Paper Guide. Start by clicking on Chat with PDF and upload the article you want to read. After that, you'll see a split view. The research article appears on one side, and on the other side, there's a chat interface where you can ask questions. You can ask any of the suggested questions that Paper Guide offers, or type your own. For example, I asked about the research question. The tool responded by clearly identifying the research question, explaining what this paper aims to answer, and how it addresses the question. It even provides direct links to the relevant parts of the text for better understanding. The second question I asked was whether the sources used were recent or outdated. It answered that the paper includes sources from the last 2 years and also pointed out that the selected sources are supported by strong theoretical frameworks. Next, I asked about the sample size. It mentioned that there's no sample size because the study uses a literature review methodology and is based on a theoretical framework rather than empirical data. Then I asked whether the paper discusses how the research can be applied or what still needs to be explored. The tool gave a detailed response, mentioning that future work could focus on marginalized groups, and it also highlighted several areas for future exploration. You can also ask about key findings, methodology, or request an overall summary. In my opinion, this is another excellent tool for helping readers engage deeply with research papers. I hope this video gave you a clear understanding of how to read research papers effectively and what to focus on while doing so. These AI tools can make your research journey much easier and more efficient. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to stay updated with more practical tips and tools. Thanks for watching.